buenas a todos, Eurofans. Sean bienvenidos a una nueva entrevista en este canal de YouTube de Eurorelinchu. Soy Omar Betancor y hoy seguimos conociendo a los finalistas del Eurovizija.LT. En este caso, la unión de un productor de debuta y de alguien que consigue su tercera final consecutiva. Saurius Juste, a.k.a. I hope that I pronounced right, Pluie de Comètes.
Yes. Hello.
Thank you. Hello, how are you?
Fine,
Perfect.
thank you. We are having a nice Sunday.
Thank you so much to join us. Well, we can start talking about national selections in Lithuania itself, because if I seem right, it's the first time to you, Saurius, in a final, but Juste. This is your third consecutive final. You went in 2022 and the last year in as a solo singer.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
in duo.
Yeah.
How is the feeling? How is the feeling of being for three times in a national final? Two Pavandons and now this Eurovision.
Yeah, I think that after this time I'm going to have a short break maybe because that's a lot. But I really love this contest. I really love Eurovision, so I'm really glad that I can perform every year. Of course, every time when I'm performing, for example, as a solo artist or this year as a duo member, is different. Every time is different. The song is different. The concept is different, and of course, the participants are. Some of them are the same, but usually we have different participants, so every time is really different. But this time I enjoy being with soloists together, to be in a team, because I don't know, maybe we both can share responsibilities. So that's kind of great, because when you are participating as a solo artist, sometimes it becomes so overwhelming to deal with all the things, with all the attention, interviews, and everything. And then you are a team. When you are a duo, it's easier.
How this duo Pluie de Comet was formed?
Well, it was born in 2017. In fact, in 2015, we had a full band called Netikėti Svečiai, and we played some funk music. And during all these years, we decided that we want, after this group, the members separated, so we decided that we want to form a duo. And then we had different names of this, and we played different style music, and finally we decided that we have to pick the name Pluie de Comètes, and we started to create music like this. Maybe Solus can add more information about this. Yeah, please do.
Yeah, initially we were inspired by Icelandic duo Gas Gas. Well, it was not always a duo,
nice.
but initially it was inspiration from Gas Gas, and we tried to create electronic music with the Scandinavian touch a little bit more. And well, after a while, we came back to our roots, to music that we were listening in our childhoods, and movies that we were watching, and it came back to this more warmer and more analog vintage sound that we are doing now. So it was a journey through the vast landscape of music, through the electronic music, and now we are incorporating more of acoustic and real, like, live instruments into our music. And so yeah, I mean, together with Juste, we went through a lot of stuff, through a lot of musical and creative stuff, and I'm very happy that we are finally here where we are now, and I believe that it is very close to where we want to be. So
yeah, really. This is the sound that we always wanted, but they didn't know before, because we had to have all this journey to come to this. Yeah.
Oi, sorry, I mean my mobile. Sorry. So that kind of songs really is really heard in your Eurovisia.LT entry. What are we know the musical influences now for the lyrics? What are the inspirations and the main message do you want to send?
So musically, I think our main inspiration is French band L'Impératrice, and also
Oh,
the French sound. I don't know if there's genre that defines that sound, but Polo and Pan, Parcels, the Offline, all that warm and cozy sound, mainly
Mhm.
coming from France. I think it has the largest amount of inspiration on our current current uh,
And all
tracks.
the music from 70s to 90s,
hmm.
movies, fashion, etc. We love these vibes, and we want to put this in our music and our performance as well. I think that it's clearly seen.
I really
Not
love the
only,
sound.
not just, yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
No, sorry, tell me.
I just was trying to say that I really love the sound of that vintage stuff and like 60s, 70s, 80s. And I acquired, as you can see, quite a lot of gear from that period. And I like to, to play with it. And those noises and overdrives and saturations that happened, that was undesirable at that time. So I find that now that it's inspiring and all that noise, it's information and it's warm, and I don't know, it gives me and I hopefully our listeners some sense of liveness and this cooperation between electronic music and live instruments. I think, well, at least for me, it's very appealing. So hopefully to our viewers, our listeners too.
A bit of a geek question: how you get these gears?
Sorry.
A bit of a geek question for myself that I like this kind of producer things. How you get these gears from the 70s,
So it's not actually from the 70s. Some of this is from the 90s. For most of it is
90s?
from the 90s, something from the 80s. But there's classified ads and maybe someone selling something on Facebook or some other marketplace. So I just come and snatch them. Also have some pretty unique pieces that I'm not currently using, but it's there. Also, myself, I'm an electronics engineer by trade. I have a PhD in
Mhm.
electronic engineering, so I also design and repair some of those stuff. Earlier,
Wow.
I was working as a servant engineer for the audio stuff, the amplifiers, mixers, and synthesizers. But now I'm just mainly focusing on creating stuff and maybe
Wow.
modifying.
Sounds so fun. Not only yourselves loves the sounds. Looks like Lithuania too. You went the second qualifiers, the biggest favorite for the jury and the fourth for the terrible. How you reacted to your classification to the Klaipedas national final? Where were you doing in that night?
Yeah, a really great party with our friends and our team members that we are working together to make the performance. So yeah, we had a celebration. We were really, really happy. In fact, we are a little bit afraid when this we saw that we're on the fourth place. Not for the jury, but
The viewers.
the
The
viewers. Yeah.
viewers.
So we were like counting. Maybe it's gonna be the third place or what, but after we saw that we are on the second, so we were really, really happy, and we had a nice night, a wonderful party. Yeah.
Now the next future plan, of course, is February the 17th in Klaipeda. What are your plans about the staging? You will maintain the same concept as we saw in your heat, in your semifinal, or we can expect some surprises and changes? As far as you can tell, don't spoil everything, of course.
Okay.
In fact, there are rules, regarding in Lithuanian contests that this year you cannot change the
A lot.
performance.
You cannot change a lot. Maybe some details.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
details, but you cannot change the song and the whole concept like it was on the heat, because now the heat is called semifinals, and after that we're going to final. That's it. So all the contestants can change all only details, for example, camera work or some stage lighting or some angles, maybe a little bit movement in the stage, or you can change the hair color as they're laughing all the time, or makeup or something like that, but not the whole concept. So our performance more or less will stay the same, but we have a few adjustments to it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Sounds good in any case. How you feel? How you feel? Just in your case, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to add that we thought that it's not necessary to change it because we had a lot of compliments about our
Uh-huh.
performance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought that maybe, yeah, we like it and the viewers like it and the jury like it. So maybe a few adjustments and that's it.
Just you are the only participant that you were in several national finals that I met during this cycle of interviews to your finalist mates. I want to ask you about the fact about we are coming back to do a final in Lithuania in a big stage as Sipturis Arena in Klaipėda.
Mhm.
How you feel this kind of pressure of singing your song in a contest in front of 6,500 people?
Yeah, in fact, there is a pressure, but I have a lot of experience even on the Eurovision Song Contest in Vienna, Austria in 2015. I was in not in the national Eurovision, but like in the whole contest with as a member, as a back vocalist. So I
As a
know
vocalist, okay.
what it is, to stand in front of the very large audience. And as well, I have a lot of experience in Lithuania singing in arenas and arenas shows. So I know that I can do it. Of course, it is pressure. It is always pressure when you are singing your own song, when you're singing your created song. You want the performance to be, like the very best, the best quality. And sometimes it doesn't matter that you are singing for 25 years, for example, and you had a lot of concerts and a lot of TV shows and experience. But sometimes that excitement that also is led by anxiety before the show, when you have only 3 minutes, your 3 minutes, three best minutes to show everything that you can. Yeah, sometimes it puts a lot of pressure, and it was the same situation in this heat, in the semifinal, because yeah, I had that big anxiety before the performance. So I hope that this time maybe I will feel more relaxed, because this is the final step. This is the final time to enjoy that your music is in the arena, that there are a lot of viewers, and that's great. It's time to enjoy, because the only one is going to win and to go to Malmö. So I think that the contestants usually feel less pressure on the final than in heat, because you want to be in the final, you want to be qualified, but then you are, that you all you can do is to make some adjustments and to enjoy the show and to make it the most beautiful as you can. So yeah.
Absolutely agree with your point. Talking about your teammates, as far as you can hear, because I know that there's a lot of songs in Lithuania, of course. But if you heard some of them, what are your main favorites of your teammates in Eurovision this year?
Well, there are still one heat left, so we cannot tell the whole situation right now. But I think that I really enjoy the Shower Band, the song. They were in our heat as well. I really enjoyed the song. And maybe, yeah, I also like what Aista does. So maybe these two performances for me. I don't
I
know.
like to add, yesterday was Monica Maria's performance. Am I right?
Yeah.
So it was very beautiful, and I really, really enjoyed the visual aspect of it. It was very well done.
I really enjoy that room feeling, and lights. So yeah, it's
I
stylish.
think it's a strong entry.
Yeah.
Yes, it was one of the favorites, I guess. For if I remember well, were out with talking with another Lithuanian mates. Now talking about Eurovision stuff. Yeah, just thank you for make me my research a bit useless because I didn't remember your presence in Vienna. But what are your but what are your for both? What are your first memories of about watching Eurovision Song Contest? If you follow the contest, of course.
Oh yeah, we do. First memories about watching the show.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
from 1990. I don't know. It was 1998 or what. I can't remember the exact date, but I remember that I was little and Lithuania was participating for the first time, and I remember all the years I was watching and even learning some songs by heart and even celebrating and having my birthday parties with my best friends. Yeah, some kind of creating the Eurovision atmosphere and making shows and singing. So Eurovision for me is a very big thing. Yeah. What about you?
I think I remember the first performance that I remember very clearly was the Scamp, a band from Lithuania, with the song "You Got Style." I mean, I really liked the sound of it, and I wanted to listen more of that. And I think it was a really, really great and strong performance. Even
That
though,
you out of it, like you are from Lithuania, proud of your musicians. Yeah, proud. So I remember that feeling with Scam, really. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really mentioned name when I ask this kind of question. So I guess why. Now, what are your favorite Eurovision songs? First from Lithuania, and after that, if you have another songs from other countries as well as a favorite.
I have plenty of, this usually comes in all the interviews, that you have to pick one or a few songs. Of course, for me, Ruslana's performance with Wild Dance is one of the best, I think, of the whole time. ABBA in the oldest time. I remember Aminata from Latvia.
Aminata.
Yeah, that she was performing on 2015 while I was in Vienna as well. So I remember that I really enjoyed the song. It was so powerful. I really liked it. And yeah, usually I like the songs that have folk elements. Yeah, usually. In fact, sometimes it doesn't matter if it is on the genre you love, you prefer, but the whole performance, the whole energy, yeah, gives a lot. And sometimes you can like really, really different kind of songs for me. Yeah. What about you,
What about
Sumat?
you?
I just now remember probably the most enjoyable performance I think from the recent years was Hooverphonics from Belgium. I think.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It was also very aesthetically pleasing, and also the song is great.
Yeah, and I remembered one more. I think the band name is Common Linnets, and it was from Netherlands also. Yeah, very stylish performance. I really loved it. Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Good taste, really. But last but not least, besides all that could happens in the national finals in Klaipeda in just 2 weeks, what are the future plans for you stay yourself as a solo singer, the whole band, so Pluie de Comètes? What are the future plans for both for this year?
So probably the first and foremost is the release of our album. We have already recorded 7 tracks, and there are only minor adjustments needed to be done, and then mix and master. And it has the same sound, the same vibe as the Be Careful, our entry song to the contest. Maybe Be Careful is the golden middle of the sound, because some tracks goes more to the vintage side, some others to the dancey and 80s sound. But it still has the same concept, and the album actually was recorded over a short time. The initial work was done in about a month. It was last March, probably, maybe start of April, and I believe it has this very consistent vibe throughout the album. So we're very excited to finally release it, and I hope we will do it in spring, probably end of May.
Yeah, and we're planning to have an album release concert as well in Lithuania and Vilnius. So these are our biggest plans. Maybe to release some songs like singles with video clips. So that's our plans. As a solo artist now, I'm going to have a short break because this year I released my solo EP album about imposter syndrome. So yeah, and a short movie as well. So yeah, I had a lot of work, and I want a short rest for my solo career, and I'm going to concentrate on music with Pluie de Comètes.
So, sounds amazing. As your song Be Careful, we will see you in the national finals in 2 weeks. Juste Saulius, Pluie de Comètes, thank you so much to join us today, and the best of luck in the finals.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to you. Thanks to you, I will close this interview in Spanish. Muchísimas gracias a Saulius y Juste, que son los dos integrantes de Pluie de Comètes, uno de los finalistas del National Final, uno de los finalistas del Eurovizija.LT para dentro de 2 semanas, próximo 17 de febrero en Klaipeda. Si les ha gustado la entrevista, denle al botón de suscribirse y al botón de me gusta, no les cuesta nada. Y por supuesto, síganos en redes sociales. Somos Eurorelinchu en Twitter, Instagram, Threads y TikTok. Nos vemos también todos los martes a las 9 de la noche en directo. He sido Marve Tancor. Nos vemos en la siguiente. Chao.
Hasta luego, sayonara,